Hello, everyone, and thanks for tuning in to Mid-Atlantic Weather here on YouTube on this Monday, February 15th, 2021. Here are the weather headlines. We're going to have two winter storms this week. One is going to impact the area on Monday night into Tuesday with mainly rain in the Mid-Atlantic region. But another storm on Wednesday night into Thursday looks like it's going to produce a significant period of snow and ice in the Baltimore-Washington area. More on that in a few minutes. And then we've got a cold weekend coming up. Highs on Saturday are going to struggle to break above the freezing point. Right now, let's take a look outside and see what's going on this Monday evening at the 11 o'clock hour. We have mainly temperatures above freezing across most of central Maryland and also into Delaware and southern New Jersey. And on the lower eastern shore of Maryland, we even have some readings in the lower 40s. That part of Maryland is going to reach the 50s to near 60 degrees tomorrow as a surge of warm air comes up across the coastal plain around that area of low pressure. Here in central Maryland, we have mid-30s with fog and light rain, light drizzle, but no concerns about freezing. We do have winter weather advisories across the northern counties of Maryland, but right now, even up there, temperatures are above freezing, around 34, 33, 35 degrees. So no real issues with ice in that region, at least not yet. But the temperature's only gonna have to drop a couple of degrees to cause some icing problems there. Now, if you cross the border and go up into southern Pennsylvania, you'll see the temperatures are in the lower 30s, and that's where you're going to have more significant icing. Also in western Maryland, it's going to be a concern. However, for the balance of the evening in central Maryland, it looks like light rain, areas of fog, temperatures holding fairly steady in the mid-30s, and actually, as we go into the early morning hours on Tuesday, we're going to see those temperatures rising into the upper 30s and lower 40s. This is the forecast for ice accretion across Maryland from the National Weather Service out of Baltimore, Washington. And you can see for the most part, even though we have winter weather advisories across northern Maryland, the ice accretion forecast is fairly light, only about 1/10 of an inch of ice is expected. And that's not going to cause significant travel problems. The only areas where we're going to have significant icing will be western Maryland, Cumberland, Oakland, Hagerstown. But for central Maryland, no worries as temperatures will remain above freezing throughout the balance of the evening. Now, there are some other serious concerns across the country. We have widespread winter storm warnings. We have a hard freeze warning in parts of Florida, Alabama, and Mississippi. In fact, almost the entire states of Alabama and Mississippi are currently under a hard freeze warning. It's currently in the lower 20s in Pensacola, Florida, and they're under a hard freeze warning as well. Indiana, Ohio, winter storm warnings. We have in Maryland, northern Maryland, winter weather advisory for the light freezing rain, and that stretches up into southern Pennsylvania. But as you head northward into Pennsylvania, we have an ice storm warning for some of these counties, and then a winter storm warning in the northwest, where a significant accumulation of snowfall is likely. So this is a powerful storm, a historic storm. Yesterday we had winter storm warnings stretched from Texas all the way up into Maine, and this storm is going to continue to produce quite a bit of snow and ice in some regions, but not in the big cities on the East Coast. Let's take a look at the GFS model and see how this is going to play out. This is just one forecast model, so we're not going to focus on the particulars of it. The objective here is just to give viewers a basic idea of how the weather patterns are going to play out during the upcoming week. You can see the current system with a low pressure system to the west of Baltimore and Washington. That's pulling up the milder air to the east, and that's why this is a rainmaker for these cities and not a snowmaker. And this mild air will continue to move into the area on Tuesday. We're going to have temperatures in the 40s in central Maryland, but in southeastern Maryland and southern Delaware, there are some locations that will reach the lower 60s. We'll even have some 50s surging northward into southern New Jersey during the day on Tuesday. This powerful storm is going to move to the northeast, and it's going to bring in much colder air behind it, and that's going to set the stage for the next system. So once that storm moves out, you see this area of high pressure here. This is going to bring in cold, fresh, cold, dry air from the north, and that's going to lay the foundation for the next system that comes up the coast. And this one, as you can see, is going to produce a fairly significant amount of snow and ice in northern Virginia, central Maryland, including Baltimore and Washington, southern Pennsylvania, southern New Jersey, and northern Delaware. Right now, we don't know the amounts. We don't know exactly where that rain snow line is going to set up, but it is possible that at least several inches of snow will fall before the precipitation eventually just changes over to plain rain in this area. And then once that storm moves out, we're going to have a cold weekend with highs on Saturday barely reaching the freezing point in central Maryland. This is the European forecast model showing the storm on Wednesday night into Thursday. And again, we're not focusing on the exact numbers here, but this does give you a general idea of where snowfall is expected. And this will be occurring from Wednesday night into Thursday morning. And then during the day Thursday, we're going to see the snow change over to freezing rain, and then eventually just rain later in the afternoon. Well, thanks for tuning in. We hope to see you again next time here at Mid-Atlantic Weather on YouTube. Take care and have a good evening.